Do you need this update? I think you do. And not just because of Monero, but the whole crypto space. Today we are having the crash, but nothing that surprised us. So if you're interested in what's going on in the crypto market today, and more importantly, what's going on with Monero, your favorite coin, join me in this analysis, because I want to be with you when the dinosaur roar. Let me just remind you, if you want to be a part of our community, feel free to subscribe. It costs nothing. It's absolutely free. You just have to move your finger over the mouse and click the subscribe button, okay? Like the video if you like what I'm speaking, if you like what I'm presenting. If you want to tip the dinosaur, you can do that also. In the description, see where and how. And as always, if you want to do nothing but just watch my analysis, do that. We live in a free society, but we also live in a society where cryptos are plunging to the downside. It's one of those days, and I think you need some comment around this area, around the time when Bitcoin at the moment is down 11%, $47,152. We moved down pretty much, but it was expected. Market was going too parabolic, in my opinion, of course. And this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone that's telling you that right now, if we talk about Bitcoin especially, we could go down even lower than this. And if you ask me, we should. Because when the market gets rid of those weekends, and I hope you are not one of those, that just buying the FOMO, that don't care about anything about the space. We just get rid of those, and then after a few days, weeks, months, I don't know, a new upside leg will take place. Okay, so no panic, just hodl. If you ask me, one comment, do not panic. This is fairly needed. We will go to the upside one more time, or 2 or 3 more times. But retracements are a part of a big journey. And we are currently in that bull run, in that big journey. Monero is also the part of that journey. The one that got hit pretty hard as things stand right now is XRP, 21% to the downside, 46 cents currently. And I'm mentioning this because at our last video yesterday, the same XRP was the only one that was in the green despite all the redness. Well, now it's his time to plunge. But everything else, Binance coin, minus 50%. And you know what surge to the upside Binance coin had? Those 3 guys at the bottom of top 10. Litecoin, minus 15%. Chainlink, minus 16%. Cash, minus 17%. Yep, it's a red day. And as I already said, you should embrace it. Don't panic, don't be fearful. Maybe now is the time that you could consider getting in some of the projects if you were standing on the sidelines till now. Okay? Think about it. But now, let's get to the charts of Monero. I want to know what is happening with Monero in this flash crash. Let's go. Monero versus USD on the 3-day chart, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's kind of a big picture. Not really, but you know what I mean. I mean, yes, this is a pretty big shake, kind of similar to this one from the 1 year ago. It's like every year we gotta have this purge, this big shakeout. My point is, despite this big shakeout, that could in fact become even bigger, and I will tell you why. Nothing changed in the uptrend, in the bull market of Monero. Now, I will take into account that this is the trend line that Monero has been, let's say, respecting as a support middle of last year. Again, September of last year. And just recently, January of this year. Because every time we touched this trend line on this pinpoint, we skyrocketed. See? Sky, fall, sky, fall, sky, fall. The question you must be asking yourself, is it again time to test this trend line? Well, probably. I don't think that it's mandatory that we have to do it. But if that occurs, don't be shocked. That's the whole point. I bet lots of you are shocked just by the fact that we are here around $200 from 286. But what if we retrace even more to, let's say, 150? We will still be in a bullish uptrend, and you would be terrified, right? Remember, just take the simple approach and take the big picture. There you will find your answers. Do you see anything bearish on this trend line? Absolutely not. You can rest, you can have a peace of mind if you hold XMR. Now, why do I think that we will go even lower? It is a possibility, and in my opinion, this area of 167 has a big support. This was at the times a pretty big resistance. Now there's nothing but that area for us to fall down. So if we fall, in the most bullish case in my opinion, to 167, don't be shocked, because if you can handle this, then you certainly won't be able to handle this. Okay, I hope you reassured your fears right now. And one more thing before we get going. If we make this support parallel channel to the upside, something like this, doesn't this look natural to you? This is the channel that Monero were traveling in already 1 year. Already 1 year XMR is traveling in this channel to the upside. This is in fact our bull channel to the upside. We are now back in that channel, okay? But in the case that this candle close above this parallel channel, that will be still ultra bullish, because that would mean that XMR is just retesting an old resistance that was once support. I'm sure that if you follow my channel, you already know the basic rules of support and resistance. What was one a resistance, tomorrow will probably be support. And that is happening right now. We are somewhere in between this channel and that support. So maybe, just maybe, Monero is just retesting this old resistance. And after that, it decides to do something like this and goes parabolic. We don't know that for now. In any case, as I see it right now, Monero could retest this resistance, support once resistance, and remain to the upside. Or, in the other case, could fall back in this channel and still remain bullish. You can see that from my narrative. There is no bearishness in any case. It's just one scenario will take longer than the other, okay? Now, if you raise all this and plot 55 exponential moving average, things could be even more clearer to you. This is a fantastic support. Look at this. All of this time, the 55 exponential moving average was supporting the price of Monero. This a clear bounce, and here even more clearer. So this is the case. As long as we are above this EMA, we're bullish. Nothing to talk about bearish in any case. At the moment, this 55 EMA is standing at $144. And the price is below $200, $197. So if the price decide to go today all the way to 144, we are still not bearish. Funny, but that's the fact. I hope you're getting something out of it. I'm enjoying doing this, but I hope I'm giving value to you. And now I want to see how the Monero is performing versus the king, versus the Bitcoin. Because he is, after all, the leader of the markets. So let's go to that chart. Okay, here we are, Monero versus Bitcoin. Every candle a 3-day chart. Well, I would like to say the same to your Monero lovers, but it's not the same as versus USD. Bitcoin is far stronger than Monero at the times. And now I can say bearish, because Monero is bearish versus Bitcoin. And you can see the trend that changed in October. Yes, October of last year. Till this point, Monero was bullish. versus Bitcoin. From that point, from October of last year, we had lower highs, and just this month a new lower high. So just by looking at the price section, we are still bearish. If you don't believe the price section, well, just by connecting this lower highs, you are getting a clear and quite precise bear trend, a downtrend. So as you can see, nothing is pointing out to Monero recovering versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the strongest. Even if we plot that same 55 EMA that we plotted versus USD, things are even more clear. Here, after we breached below it, resisted us. Look at this, beautiful resistance. And now we are so far below it that, let's say, we're not even trying. Okay, we are trying, but nowhere near this 55 EMA. When we break 55 EMA, then we will tell a different story, okay? Until then, I advise you that I'm not a financial advisor. But besides that, I would change my Monero versus USD, not versus BTC. Because at one point, the things will change, but we don't know when that point will be. Things are pretty clear. Versus USD, we are bullish. Versus Bitcoin, we are bearish. Pick your battles and fight it strongly. Also, put a thumbs up. I'm looking right now at the window to see how many times up. But instead, check out one of these videos that I'm pointing at you right now, because in there you might find some moments of truth and even more rambling about your favorite dinosaur. So, see ya next time, possibly in a better conditions for the markets.